How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. When I bought my 1997 Mazda MX-5 a few months ago, I was really impressed with the noise it made because the former owner of the car blessed me with this. Yeah, it's not a bad sounding MX-5, so I thought I'd go through the modifications that have happened underneath this car before I came to own it, let you guys know what's happened to it, and then we can talk a little bit further from there. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So yes, people, you find me today in an abandoned industrial estate, basically. As a result of the current situation, there is literally no one around, and I am able to get some filming done in the middle of basically nowhere with my 1997 Mazda MX-5, as you can see here. She is sitting very pretty in the sunlight. It's quite cool to see her in the sunlight because I've had her since the start of winter, basically, so seeing her in the sun is quite cool. Yes, she needs a paint job, and that's coming. Yes, she needs new alloys, and I found the ones that I think I want. I'll let you know more on that in an upcoming video. But yeah, it's just nice to have the car out on a day like this in the sun, despite obviously the sadness and weight of the current situation. So I hope all of you out there are keeping very healthy. Now, if you've been following the channel for a little while, you'll probably be aware that I've spent a lot of money on a lot of mods for this car. Those have included some yellow stuff brake pads on the front. I've got VMAX suspension all the way through. I've got that's the extreme suspension, by the way, with the height and damping adjustability. I've got H&R anti-roll bars on there. I've got energy suspension poly bushes on there. I've got Sparco Sprint Sky seats, as you can see here, with the Motormech harnesses, which are all twisted up at the moment, but whatever. And then I've also got this TR Lane roll bar in the back here, which is all very, very nice and makes the car an absolute joy to drive. But none of those things make the car as much fun to drive as what I'm going to show you today. And I didn't even put it on the car. That's the best bit. It is this, the IL Motorsport's exhaust pipe, which came as a result of the previous owner not removing it from the car. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos where I've worked on the car, you'll have seen that a lot of work had been done to this car before I even owned it. That had all been removed from the car. So it had previously had a roll bar in there. It had previously probably had bucket seats in there. It had all sorts of stuff already done to it. And the previous owner removed all of those things before it was sold on to me. I had no idea they even existed in the car in the first place. But one modification that the previous owner couldn't change before giving the car back to me was the exhaust. Clearly, they must have not had the original one lying around. Maybe it had rusted through or something, I don't know. But on this car, I have the IL Motorsport's exhaust system that sits all the way through the car. It costs around about 300 quid if you were to buy it from MX-5 parts or somewhere like that. I don't think you can get it from them anymore. You might have to get it straight from IL Motorsports Europe or whatever it is. Either way, I've got the exhaust going all the way through the car, and it is an absolute joy to drive with. Today I'm going to show you a little bit into how it sounds, the difference that it makes from the original exhaust, because obviously I didn't own the car with an original exhaust. It makes the whole thing, I think, how an MX-5 should have been from factory. So it's not quite a cold start, but let's start the car up and you guys can have a listen to how it sounds. So yeah, she certainly makes a bit of a noise. Now I think I'll give you an idea of what it sounds like from inside the car. So let's drop that window as well. Although I'm not sure it goes all the way down. Let's find out. Ooh, go on, yeah! Oh, it's stuck. Oh well, I need to sort out that window over there at some point, but hopefully you still get a basic idea of how the car sounds when it's kind of on song a little bit. All right, so here we go. And that's not even fully revving it out. I don't want to obviously go over the speed limits and stuff. I'm just interested in kind of driving the car around, getting a basic understanding of how it sounds, and yeah, hopefully you guys can get an idea of it too. Let's go back in the other direction. sound good. It really does sound good. When you start to open it up a little bit and just let the engine kind of go, oh, it sounds so sick. So yeah, that's yeah, a proper enjoyable experience. It just makes the whole experience that little bit more, I don't know, special every time you get into the car, because you can hear it making a good old noise. And when I say a good old noise, I mean a good old noise. And that is because when I took this car to a track day a few weeks ago, I was only just within the decibel limit, which is a little bit scary for the future of track days in this car. I was about 6 or 7 decibels below on a standing, but I was only 1 decibel below on track actually driving. So that was a bit sketchy. I've actually got my decibel sticker somewhere back here. One sec, if I grab it off. So it doesn't actually say, it says that I passed the test for whatever reason, but yeah, so I know that I passed, and I obviously was able to drive for the whole day, but they did come over and tell me that I was within 1 decibel of that actual limit on the track. So I think I was at around about 81, 82 decibels from a standing, and then I think it was up to sort of 87 decibels when it was actually going along around the track. So yeah, sketchy, but as long as it's within on the limits for most tracks, I'll be fine. Let me do a little flyby for you so you can get an understanding of what it sounds like from outside. Alright, so now that I've shown you how the car sounds with the IL Motorsports exhaust on it, I will overlay some clips here of the standard exhaust on the MX-5 so you can get a little bit of a difference. Now obviously there's not really anywhere that I can go and record my car at full song, so I won't go and do that because it's just not particularly clever to do. But what I will do instead is I'll get into my car and I will drive it on the dual carriageway where the speed limit is 70 instead, so you get a bit of an idea what it sounds like from inside the car when you're going really quick. I say really quick, I mean going at higher speeds, higher revs, etc. I'll also give you a clip right here of my MX-5 on the track day, on song, going around a corner flat out in 4th gear. Alright, so let's go for a little drive then with the old windows down. It feels so good to be out in this car in the sun. Oh, and empty roads as well, obviously, as a result of the current situation, which is obviously not an enjoyable situation, but it's something that we have to live with nonetheless. So let's just go and take the car down and do this dual carriageway. But as you can see here, as I'm driving along, if I drop it down into 2nd gear, the car is relatively tame. It's not really causing too much of a fuss. It's not very aggressive. It's very chilled out, and I quite like that about it. I don't want to look like a yob 100% of the time. In fact, I'm now getting tailgated by someone because I'm doing the speed limit. But yeah, it's just really nice to cruise in it. It's not aggressive and it's not drony and it doesn't get in your ears. So that's a really good thing to know about the exhaust. If you're worried about buying it and then it being one of those exhausts that just kind of, you can't live with it, it's not that bad. Sometimes it's a bit loud at night when you cold start it. It can be a bit annoying. It's like you're going to really annoy your neighbours or whatever, but I find that generally this exhaust is very comfortable to live with. So we're going to go into a bit here now. I'm going to go around this corner quickly-ish, but the speed limit's 70, so I can crack on, and then I will blip it down that little bit there until it goes to 40 and I'll drop the speed back down. So nearly just died. There you go. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. I'll do it again on the way back and you guys can get an understanding of what's going on. This guy's gonna think I'm being a dick, but I'm not. I'm just sending it at the 70 mark, and there we go. It really does like to go. Oh, and since we're back on a pretty chill bit of road, there's probably one more thing I should show you around here, which is the sound of the engine when it is in a tunnel. We like to have a car that sounds good when it's in a tunnel, and this exhaust really does allow for that to happen. So let's go and do that right here. Drop my window all the way down so you can get a bit of an understanding of how it sounds. Yeah, so it's the kind of sound where you can clearly have a bit of fun with it under tunnels and stuff, as you're going to see again here. It's got decibels to it, so it does travel, so try not to get in trouble with the police if you're making loud noises in your car, etc. But yeah, it does the job. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful for a whole bunch of you. If it has been, remember to hit the like button, it really helps the channel out. And give me 1 second. Yeah, remember to hit the like button, as I was saying. Massive thank you to the patrons, as always, for their continued support. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Listen.